Hi, I'm Jamie Marbo with Inspired Hygiene. I just got back from St. George, Utah, where I did a speaking event with the Seattle Study Club Hygienists Only meeting, and it was fabulous. They wanted to know the down and dirty to ultrasonics. And the main questions they had is, how do I have my patients have a better experience and a better outcome, less sensitivity, better improvement on health? And what is the difference between magneto and piezo use? And why should they use ultrasonics as their tool of choice over hand scaling? So here's what we know. And I want you to think about this. Usually I start with why. I'm going to save the why for the end because I want to leave on that note. So how do I have my patients have a better outcome and a better experience, meaning less sensitivity? Well, one of the things that I can say is that typically sensitivity with ultrasonic use comes from two or three things. Poor adaptation. So maybe you're not using the right insert or tip for the area of the mouth that you're working in. You would never use a sickle or a Gracie 1-2 unification or on a multi-rooted tooth, right? So why do we always use the slim lines or the triple bend? You need to have left and rights so that you can properly adapt that instrument to the root surface. Another reason why patients might have sensitivity is because there's one true fast rule about whether it's piezo or magneto that you're using, and that is you never allow the point of the tip or insert to touch the tooth. That has the highest concentration of power, and that can cause almost a zap effect if that ever does come in contact with the tooth. Another reason why you need left and rights when you're working, especially with your perio patients. So what is the difference between magneto and piezo? Well, the best thing I can say is that they're both ultrasonics, but a magneto, which is the cavitrons typically, they use a more of an elliptical motion, and they need a lot of water in order to keep the stacks that are in that insert cool. Versus a piezo that uses a push and pull method, much like our hand instruments. It has ceramic discs inside the handle, and they are inside the handle, and they don't need as much water. So it's about 50% less water. Plus, it's a push and pull, much like our hand instruments. So it's very user-friendly because that's what we're used to doing with our hand instruments. Those are the main differences between magneto and piezo. The next question that they all had was, why should I use ultrasonics as my instrument of choice over hand instruments and hand scaling? Well, there's two great answers to that. One is less pressure with my hands when I'm using ultrasonics and less cementum removal. That is the big why, less cementum removal. And if you check out the chart that I put on the front of this page, it shows you how many microns of cementum is being removed with hand instrumentation versus ultrasonic scaling. The other reason is I can't make my hand go 30,000 times a second no matter how hard I try. So I hope these few how, what, and whys of the down and dirty to ultrasonic use helped you. Make it a great day. And reach out to us if you have any other questions.